I don't know why I always do that. But hey, everybody, welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism with Autism and Us. If you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism open discussion sessions, what this is all about. This is just our online social gathering where we come together to learn, share, and support one another. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment. Um, and this is like if you have any questions or you want to share some good news, some bad news, you just want to share, you can throw it in the chat. And if you are a parent that can help someone in the chat, feel free to chime on in. Tonight, I'm going to leave the platform open because I'm by myself tonight. Mr. Charles won't be with us, and Linda will not be with us. So, what I am going to do is I am going to put the invite link in the chat. Anyone want to come up and host with me, you are free, or just want to come up and chat. Before we get started, an announcement. If you are in Detroit, let me pull this up. There will be a fall fundraising festival. Now, I think what this young lady is doing is really awesome. She's trying to get a gym here in the city of Detroit for our loved ones on the spectrum, and she's holding a fall festival slash fundraiser. So it is by donation, November the 3rd, and come on out if you are in the vicinity, and you can follow her on Autism in the D on Instagram. And it will be held at 7707 West Outer Drive, but it's by donation. So you have to go to the website, thevembros.com. Now I was supposed to be there, but I just realized it was on a Friday. There's no way I'm going to be able to make it at that time. I'll just be getting home from work. So I'm going to definitely have to email her, but I am going to leave a donation because I think that is really awesome. It is something that is needed here. So we're going to say hello to everyone. And again, the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on up. If any of you guys have anything you want to share, a business, you're doing something awesome going on for autism, you have an organization, anything, come on up. Tonight will be all about sharing. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, Cynthia. Annette, how are you? That's me. Hey, Corrine, how are you? Anne Marie from Ireland. Oh, wow. Hello, welcome. And hello, Anne. How are you? So I thought, um, well, I didn't think. Linda left me with a great discussion for us to leave it open for discussion this evening. And let's talk about family activities, being left out of family activities because of your loved one on the spectrum, and the judgment that comes with parenting a loved one on the spectrum. What are you guys' thoughts on that? And how does it feel if you are left out? How do you handle that? Have you ever been invited somewhere or not invited, or your family is having a function, but they won't invite you because of your child? They won't say that, but they just skip over you, or maybe you have been invited and at one time and then you took your child and it was just judgment all around the room. How do you deal with that? Anyone want to chime in? Anyone? And again, the link is in the chat area if you want to come on up. I know there was a post at one time in the group Well, a couple of times I've seen a couple of posts where parents have been somewhere with their loved ones and um, around family especially, and they get the side eye, or um, their child does something that they don't agree with, or the other children are playing one way and your child is playing another, and uh, it causes disagreement between adults, um, or that family member may not invite you back anymore. How do you guys feel? Teresa, oh, you're over on YouTube. Hey, Teresa, I never get the notification. You don't? I just sent, I tried the followers for the page and I did the everyone. I guess um, Facebook distributes those notifications the way they want. But also make sure you check your settings. So if you're on the page, you could check your settings at the top, I believe, to receive notifications when we go live or when we post. You can receive some highlights, or you don't have to receive any at all if you don't want to. Same thing in our parent group. If you want to receive the notifications, check your settings, your group settings. If you don't want to receive them, I truly understand. I know sometimes if you get a lot of them, they can be overwhelming. You can shut them off. You can shut them off, but you have to be inside the group and go to your settings. And this is for any group you are in. Make sure you go to your settings and either shut them off, or have be noticed when every time we go live. Hey, Yana B, how are you? Long time. Hope everything is good your way. Um, Annette said it's the whisper for me. They never address me directly, but I hear it from others. Yeah, and you wonder, talk to me. Why not? Why do you have to whisper to somebody else or tell somebody else? And maybe I can explain to you what's going on with my child. And no, not maybe. I can explain to you because I know my child. And maybe you will have a better understanding. Yeah, that's not cool at all. Hello, Mary. How are you? Thank you. We are blessed. Hope us all is well my way. It's been busy, especially these last couple of weeks. It's a good busy, a good and a so-so. Yeah, DeAndre had a tooth crisis, so that was one thing. But everything else has been good. Thank you. Right, exactly. Saying my in-laws discuss me and my son behind my back. Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, especially, well, I'm the type of person you could just come to me if and sit down and say, hey, what's going on? And then I can explain it to you. And then maybe you'll have an understanding, maybe you won't. Some people are just set in their ways, then you have those old schoolers that want to believe you can beat the autism out of a child, and they'll never, oh, he's just bad, or she's just bad, or they'll never understand. Corinne says, my older brother and sister-in-law have a habit of excluding me and my son from certain things. It's never addressed, though, but I know the reason why. Now, Corinne, for that instance, when they exclude you, have you ever tried to talk to them about why? Why, and maybe get that discussion going, um, to give them a little more understanding? Oh, you're back over here. Hey, Teresa. um, we don't got to go to family function either, because of some of the family don't understand and rather judge my sons instead of asking and getting educated about autism acceptance and awareness. Yeah. Some people are just set in their ways. They won't listen. But how does that make you guys feel? You know, uh, I know some people say, "Well, I don't care. I just stay away from them." But deep down inside, that hurts. That kind of hurts when your family, you know, kind of shuns you because of your child's disability. Good morning from the Philippines. Well, good morning. Well, it's evening time here, but welcome. How are you, then? My son never gets invited to any friends' birthday parties at all. Wow. Well, the same here. The only time he's invited is, if it's a classmate, you know, someone on the same level as he. And my son doesn't have any friends outside of school. So, and then I wish he had friends that would invite. Because, every now and then I get that, oh, if only. He's 17 now, and he should be on the phone, talking to girls and, you know, hanging out with his buddies, going to the movies. I haven't, because sadly they are the type of people that think they know oh wow, yeah. Those are the ones that are set in their ways. They just think they know it all. Think they know it all. It hurts, but I will always be a voice for them. Yeah. Yep, that's right. My sons haven't been to a party. Okay. Yeah, and same. Well, like I said, the only time my son's been to a party if it's family. You know, we have a very close knit family, so it's uh, just family. But I wish outside of that, you know, he could go to other events and functions, that would include him. My heart hurts because I know my sons are the sweetest, but they don't take the time to get right. You know, and it's sad when people just. I can remember a very judgmental person. This was years ago. Um, she actually asked me that was my son autistic, and I said yes. And she just went on and on because she just knew it all. And then she said, "Well, how do you deal with a crazy person just like that?" And it took everything I had. I kid you not. I had to take a deep breath because one, I was at work. So people just instantly they have this this thought of what autism is, and it just took everything I had. Ooh, and I hate to think about that. Yeah, that was one of those days. But how do you guys react in situations like that when you have judgmental, when people think, especially when it has to do with your parenting style? Of course, we parent our children. We may parent our children a little differently than others, parent those who aren't on the spectrum. I know, for instance, I have three older children. So DeAndre is the baby, and my parenting with him is a little different than with them. I wouldn't say I let him get away with a lot of stuff, but I have to adjust to him. And so how do you guys deal with people who start talking about, how you are parenting them, especially those old schoolers that automatically think just because your child is maybe having a meltdown, which they don't know, what's really going on. And the first thought they have is, oh, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that. And you're doing your best to control the situation. How do you guys handle that? Yes, definitely. They will bring you there. Teresa says whenever I'm on Facebook and my son David sees all the pictures that parents post on Facebook, so when he sees the pictures, he gets very upset and angry. And then I have to deal with a full blown meltdown. Yeah. Yeah. And that's when, they go into parties, right? Lynn says, my son loves to sing, but sometimes he can't control himself and sing inside his class. His teachers find him annoying and uncontrollable. Wow. And they should be the first ones to understand. Now, you're in the Philippines, right, Lynn? So, do you guys have special education, or are all the kids just, all together? Is he separated from like mainstream, or do they include him in mainstream classrooms? How does it work there? Yana B says it takes a lot for me to go off on people. God has helped me through it. Yes, yes, definitely. You have to look up there. Some people will definitely take you there, and you have to, yep, take that deep breath. So let's see what Lynn. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing how other countries, how are your special education, how do they deal with special education in other countries? People find my Andrew very uncontrollable as well. Have they said that to you? I mean, have you had a conversation with people as to explain to them why he may be uncontrollable? And what have they said after that? I mean, people are just so quick to judge without saying, something must be wrong, instead of saying, can I help you? Is there something I can do? Or, I understand. And I forgot to say Victoria. I also want to mention, everybody, if any of you are interested in homeschooling, if you are a homeschooler, thinking about homeschooling, you need resources, any of that good stuff, anything that pertains to homeschooling, check out our homeschool group. I'm going to put that in the chat area, that link to our homeschool group. Victoria is the admin over there. If you have any questions, feel free. If I can find it. Always lost. Here we go. Here we go. Autism in Us. And that's Autism in Us, homeschool support. So I know a lot of people come in our main group and inquire about homeschooling. So if you are interested, there is the group. On Facebook, just look up Autism and Us Homeschool Support. And again, Victoria, who is right here in the chat, is the admin. Lynn says he is inclusion on mainstream set up. Need to send back to sped class when he do. Oh, okay. When they feel he's uncontrollable, then they send him back to sped class. Am I understanding that right? Mr. Charles is hosting this evening. He has some guests. He put up the turkey he was making tonight, and his rice. I forgot what he called it, but it looks delicious. So Mr. Charles is hosting guests this evening. So he won't be with us, but he will be back next Sunday. At first, I used to go off, but then I realized that my babies moves off my actions. So I tell them that my parenting is geared to my kids. I will not repeat what I really said. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh, yes, my conversations. Mostly people seem to shake their heads and not really understand. Yeah. They don't understand and don't, some of them just don't want to understand. They, like I said, they got it up here and set in their ways how things um, should be. So, you guys, I'm going to put the link in here again. So, come on, come on, come on. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come on up. I feel lonely up here. So, if you want, the door is open. If you want to share something or just talk, come on up. Come on up. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Hope all is good your way. So, the conversation tonight is we are talking about family functions. Um, are we are you invited to them? Do family leave you out? How do you feel? And how do we deal with judgmental people when you're out and about? Um, how do you strike up a conversation when they start being judgmental, or do you leave them as is? Here's Teresa. Hey, Teresa.
Hello.
Hey, Natalie. In Jamaica, there's no special education programs in the public school system. Therefore, if you do not have the money, your child would not get service. Wow. Wow. So they don't have, so they just, um, so they just throw them in a classroom, or do they have to stay at home? What if they are really having um, issues? There's no special services. We went to a fall festival parade on Saturday. Andrew spent 2.5 hours either screaming and crying or pinching, hitting, and kicking me. Oh, wow. Oh,
Whoa.
poor baby. Poor baby for both of you. Both of you. He was having a hard time, and so was Mama. I know. So, how you been, Teresa?
Doing good, and thank you so much. It raised his goal points for the school.
Oh, okay. Well, glad I could help. Glad I could help. I had almost forgotten, but the only thing that reminded me, because I meant to do it that week, but the only thing that reminded me is my granddaughter was also doing a fundraiser. And I said, oh, yeah, David too. Let me make sure. I have to take care of the people who are loyal over here. So I'm
But
always going to support
I told David about it. I told like, yeah, David, my friend Anita from the Autism and Us, she bought some stuff from you. She's like, she did. Thank you. I was like, I'll tell her
you.
on Sunday.
Kitty, what Katie did. I haven't had those in so long. Oh my God. And I
Yeah.
know they're gonna be delicious when they get here.
Oh yeah. So it raised his things up, so he'll get a lot more prizes now.
Awesome. Tamika says, my son Jamal is 8 years old and we were at the park. No one would play with him, but one girl came up to me and asked, did he have autism? Wow. She said her friend has autism and she started playing with him. I was in tears. They had so much fun. Now, see, that's beautiful.
That is
That's
beautiful.
beautiful when you have kids with that understanding. And that's what I wanted for my granddaughter when we put her in her new school. And so the school is the teachers working with her with us, and the social workers working with us, so she can be uh, more inclusion. So the kids will get a better understanding. She's gonna have a peer with her when she go to her, social therapy. So
Yeah, that's
that'll
what
help
David
her out.
has.
Yeah,
David has an aide that goes with him to 3 different classes.
yeah, not an aide, but another student
Yeah, but then
around her
sometimes
age.
I think believe he has another student that goes with him too.
Yeah, because that helps them, the other
Mm-hmm.
students, understand a little more about, our ASD kids,
Yeah,
especially
because
a one on
David's
one.
the only one in his class that has ASD. All the other kids have like behavioral issues or
Okay.
and
So
all
he's
that.
not in a special ASD classroom. He's
Yeah, he's just in a regular special ed classroom with other
oh,
kids.
okay, okay. Um, yeah, but that's beautiful, Tamika. I love stories like that. Illinois need more ABA therapy with your insurance. Yeah, ABA therapy should be available for, and I've said it before, we've heard so many parents have trouble getting in ABA. There's a waiting list. And I guess one of the main problems is, I guess, getting RBTs, the availability of them. But you see so many centers. I know a lot of centers around here, ABA therapy, but a lot of times you're on a waiting list. It's like all these centers, but you're still on a waiting list. What is going on?
Oh yeah, it's like here. It's like I want before he got diagnosed with autism, I wanted to get him an ABA therapy. But it says we can't accept him unless he has the diagnosis of autism. Like, but he does have autism, but we don't have the official diagnosis yet. Oh no, we can't take him unless we get the until you get the diagnosis of ABA therapy. I'm like why? He doesn't. He's nonverbal
Right. And they
and all
usually
that.
start to. I know with early on before DeAndre had his official diagnosis, they did the home ABA therapy, and then later on he would do the center base. But yeah, that didn't make sense. I would
And it
have
was
said, wait a
and
minute,
it
he's
was the same. It was the same group. It was the same group that a friend of mine whose son is also also on the autism spectrum too, that told me about this ABA center here where I live
not.
in Modesto. Told me about the ABA therapy center, and I went there. She's, oh, we need the official he needs to be diagnosed. It's like he is autistic, but I don't got the formal diagnosis yet
Wow.
because they're saying that, oh, he doesn't have it. Like, I know my son. So I don't.
So they were trying to tell you that your son didn't have
Uh
autism?
huh.
Wow.
Which I thank God at 8 years old I found out he does
Right.
have autism. Because I have my neighbor's son, my neighbor's grandson actually. Because none of the family members know about the little boy who's autistic because their daughter does not want nobody in the immediate family to know about it
Why?
because they are like other people that are ignorant that don't believe in autism. So if your kid has a meltdown, you should slap them and give them a good old fashioned butt whooping and all that. I was like, no. That's what I told my friends. I told my neighbors, like, you know what? If she has any questions, have her give me a call, and I can talk to her. I
Mm.
know what she's going through. I deal with her with my son, and so
Right.
he has an IEP coming up, which he starts preschool soon in
Okay.
December. So she had an IEP meeting for him with everything. He's the same way as David on the low. He has the lowest of autism, where you can't tell him that he's autistic, but he is.
Like a level one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and all that. But he has his meltdowns whenever he has meltdowns, she just lets him be
Wow.
and just lets him be. Let him calm down himself. Let him just calm down and I'll let him be by himself and let him relax.
Mhm.
All that.
Yes, it's sad when you feel you have to hide your child's diagnosis. Why hide it? And
Her yeah,
I
I
was
know her
talking
boyfriend
about,
is also autistic.
oh, really? Okay.
So nobody in the family knows about it. That the boyfriend has it and now her son has it,
Mm.
who's 4 years old. Because they
Yeah, I
don't
was.
want to get the stare at or get the whispering and all that.
I had mentioned last time we were on that I had seen a post somewhere. I don't know whether it was Facebook or TikTok or something, where they say, let's not normalize autism. And I'm like, talking about it. Why not?
Yeah.
You need to talk about it. It needs to be in the mouths of others, in the heads of others. You know,
Oh yeah, and she and the
people
grand.
just want to close the door.
Yeah,
Just
my
shut
neighbor
up about
love
autism.
they
Why?
love their grandson.
Hmm.
They absolutely adore him. I told my neighbor, I was like, have your daughter go on this Facebook page. All she has to do a questionnaire, talk about herself, talk about her son, and it's called Autism and Us.
Well,
It's a
thank you.
support group for
Yes.
parents and caregivers that have adult children that have autism and that also have kids. And we talk about different things from picky eating to potty training to everything.
Hmm.
And I told her it helps me because stuff I want to talk about, I could talk about on the Facebook group
Yeah.
and all that.
That's
She's
what
like,
we want to
okay,
be, a
okay,
safe space.
I will let her know, Teresa. I was like, okay,
Yeah. A
because she's
safe.
also on Facebook, so
Okay. Good. Yeah.
it's called word of mouth.
That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Natalie says some of the children stay at home and the government provides funding for some parents to send their child to private schools. Okay. So the ones that stay at home, um, do the does the government provide, like, or do the parents just automatically homeschool, or does the government provide some type of schooling at home for them, Natalie? That's interesting.
Very interesting.
ABA denied my son, and I'm still, wow, really? Was it ABA or insurance? Because sometimes it could be the insurance. And, did you try another another place? Were you able to? So sorry, I have to leave the chat due to calls, but thank you for this platform. To all the parents, keep advocating for your babies. You are awesome. God bless. God bless, Annette. Thank you
Bye,
for
Annette.
joining us. Why do people always talk about medication for kids? What do you mean, Ann? What do you mean, why? Because, most of the kids need the medication.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Specifically, I can't even talk tonight. Why do people always talk about medication?
My son takes medications.
Yeah. DeAndre takes medication because he has to sleep. I have to sleep.
Yeah, we need to sleep. But
Yeah.
I love
So,
DeAndre's videos with the
oh,
microphone.
oh yeah. That microphone drives me crazy because he always wants introductions.
But then also holding the dog in the back seat.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's his buddy now. First, when I first got Sammy,
Wasn't he
he
afraid of
was
him? He wouldn't even go
he
near
didn't
the
want
dog.
he right. He did not want to go near that dog. But now he's pretty cool. Him and Sammy is pretty cool.
When I saw that picture, I was like, oh, that made me cry. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. He's actually holding the dog.
Yeah, Sammy will just jump in his lap like they've been best buds for years. ABA said he didn't have autism, but he did. Oh, okay. So that's sort of the situation you were in, Teresa,
Yeah,
where ABA said he didn't
that he
have.
didn't have autism, but he does.
Wow. Wow. So they, I guess, before they get the therapy, they have to go through an evaluation from them,
Yeah,
right? So they won't just take what your doctor gives you, which
yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I went through a psychologist through the children's hospital. That's who I went through for mine.
Okay.
Because I did regionals at the age of 2, and David outsmarted the psychologist there.
Oh, really?
He outsmarted him, and that's when the psychologist told the people at regional, saying, "Oh, he's not autistic. He's not autistic. He's just behind on his talking." I was like, "Really?"
Outsmarted.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you messed with me.
he outsmarted the psychologist,
Wow.
but he didn't outsmart this one at the age of 8, and I got the diagnosis.
Yeah, and I think with the ABA, they should just except if you already have a diagnosis of autism, you shouldn't have to go through that. It should just be automatic, you know?
Oh yeah. It's like my brother's
Excuse
coworkers.
me.
They know he's autistic, and he gets invited to the Christmas parades, the 4th of July parades, to any kind of functions they have with the boss. David
Yeah.
gets invited, and David goes, and he has fun.
Awesome.
But he
Awesome.
takes his noise canceling headphones with him
Yeah.
as a backup.
Yep. He has to be comfortable.
Yes.
But that's awesome. My son was nonverbal, but my daughter is a social worker. She got him talking, and now he won't stop.
I won't stop talking.
uh, you know, DeAndre didn't say his first words till he was 9,
Wow.
and it was the help of the microphone. That was one of the tools we used, was the microphone, and then he has speech and ABA. So all of that combined. But I say the same thing. He just will not leave me alone now. He takes that microphone. Is I have to introduce him every morning. He wakes up. He wants an introduction when he comes home. Oh my God, he drives me crazy. But you know, I'm just glad he has his voice now. You know,
Oh yeah, I'm glad David has his
they can make
voice.
you want to pull your hair out, but I'm so glad he has his
But
voice.
I love my son's voice. When he first started saying the words hello, and started saying
Hmm.
some words at 7, oh, it just made me cry.
Oh yeah, and that's the sweetest. Hi, Lori. How are you? The children that stay at home are just hidden away. Oh,
Aw.
unfortunately, there is still the mindset among parents and their communities that they have done some destructive, and that is why their child is different. When my daughter was diagnosed, I was told by friends and family that I waited too long to have a baby. I was 30. That guilt is destructive. Yes. Wow.
Wow. That is
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. I'm sorry. And just to have the kids hidden and make you feel that, you did something
There's something
wrong.
wrong, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could never hide my son away from the public. I couldn't do that.
No. And there's actually some parents today that are really embarrassed with their children's or their child's diagnosis. And, why?
Mhm.
She used a recorder, and he heard her talking, and she asked him to say something, and it went from there. Yes, I love his voice. Yes. Oh, well, see, that's good. That was a good tool. Good tool.
The voice recorder.
Yes, that's a good tool. Yeah, we used the microphone because he would hum, do a humming thing, and then when he heard his voice through the speakers, that's what helped.
Helped his.
Helped him get those words out.
Because we started
Yeah.
using the PEC system at the age of 4.
Okay. So, oh, he was using PEX.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because we
Okay.
got it through the school district before he started preschool. We were seeing a speech therapist through the school district and all that, and that's when she decided to show me how to use the PEC system, but also show him.
Okay.
I think the
So
hardest
you
part
had the we never had that. What do they call AAC device?
we had
The
a
PEX?
book. We had a
A
book
book.
with
Okay.
Velcro on it.
Okay.
I think that what the hardest part was is when you go through drive-through, you go
Uh-huh.
to a restaurant and he has to use that,
Okay.
and the
You
way
have
the
to
way
wait.
yeah, we have to tell them to says, hold on,
Hmm.
my grandson cannot talk. He's using a device that he needs to tell us what he wants, and they would just get frustrated every time. Even if I took him inside McDonald's and he had to use that to tell me what he wants,
Hmm.
and they would just.
Patience. They
I
needed
says, you
patience.
got to be patient with him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't yell at him. Don't tell him to hurry up. He's taking his time to what he wants. I don't
Mhm.
even have customers behind me telling me to hurry up
Wow.
or take your or say the R word that I don't like.
Oh no.
And it says
Yeah.
take that R word out of here. I was like, excuse me.
Mhm.
I told David, cover ears, so he don't hear. Well, and plus he was deaf too in one ear. So
Right. Yeah, that's a shame when people have to go to that length because your child, to see the child is doing what they know how to do
uh-huh.
and communicating the way they know how to communicate. Um,
But now I can't get my son to shut up now.
but
he's
it's a
like
beautiful
this.
thing. It's a
He's
beautiful thing.
he's this now.
Hey, Lorienda. Overslept. Good evening, everyone. I'm hoping you're feeling better, Lorienda. Hey, Charlotte. My son would always sing but wouldn't talk. I started introducing him to music with an MP3 player in public to drown out background noise. He learned by repetition. Yes, yes, that's a great tool too.
Yes, it is.
So for all of you who are tuning in and your babies aren't talking, make use of these tools. We have the recorder, we have the microphone, the music. Make use of these tools. Find something that your child is interested in and, focus on that. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, because I was lonely up here. I was lonely up here, Lorienda.
I was waiting for you to put the link up so I could come on.
Yes. So, Lorienda, tonight, well, focus discussion is about family functions and are we invited? How do we feel when we're not invited? Do you get a lot of judgment from family and friends? Do you get judgment from your parenting of how you parent your child on the spectrum, and how do you handle that? A little better, but my menopause. Oh yeah. Oh, I understand. I understand. Menopause is something. I'm going through the hot flash stage, and it's terrible.
Sorry, I haven't gone through that yet.
Terrible. Oh yeah, it's terrible. I thought it was gonna be a piece of cake.
No,
Headphones are a great distraction, especially in public. Yes, yes they are. Yes they are. DeAndre, sometimes he likes putting on the headphones, but sometimes he doesn't. He won't, you know, he won't wear them. One thing he does do is like if we go to a grocery store or something and it's a lot going on, instead of putting the headphones on, he kind of, I guess it makes him feel more comfortable because
it gets
he
closer
will
to
stick.
you.
Yes, he will
David
stick
does
to
that
me
too.
like glue, and I'm
David
like,
does that too.
okay, it's gonna be all right.
And if it's like take him to the grocery store and I'll go take him grocery shopping, he likes to push the cart so that
Yeah.
has him something to hold on while I stand behind him or make sure he doesn't run into other people with the shopping cart
Mm-hmm.
and hit the
Mm-hmm.
heels.
Right. Lorienda said, yes, great question. My family thinks I baby him. He is 26 years old. Yep. But we have to parent our babies like we have to parent our babies. I don't care who judges, period. That's right. That's
That's right,
right.
Loriana.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think
Mm,
judge on, but I'm always open for a discussion if you want to talk about it. Want to sit down and have me explain autism to you, what it's like in our family, our autism. Then you know. But if you just want to sit there and judge, then
you can leave.
all right. When we go over friends and family house, they set up a room for him with computers, TV, food, and drink. That's awesome.
That
Yeah,
is awesome.
Yeah. And the same with well, at my mother's house, that's her baby. So DeAndre has his own little space. He knows how to get, if we have a family function or something, he'll go in his little space. And like you said, with the TV and the computer, and he could be in his own little world.
I think a couple, what was it? I think back in May or June or July. I'm not sure what month it was. My brother's coworker has two daughters, and
Mhm.
they invited David to. They invited my brother to come, but my brother brought David to the birthday party, and it was
Mhm.
a Mexican. It was a Mexican theme party and all that.
Okay.
And the two girls just called him baby, and David's like, "Huh?" So he called me baby. Is like, "Oh no, David, it's a nickname they're calling you. They're giving you a nickname, baby. You're not really a baby, but it's just a nickname, okay?" He's like, "Okay." And it was just him and the two girls. That's it. No other kids
Mhm.
and all that. And he enjoyed himself. And that was
Well,
the
good.
only that
That's
was
the main thing. I'm glad he enjoyed
that was
himself.
the only time he went to a birthday party was that time.
Wow. Yeah. We don't bother him, and he don't bother. Yep, because they are doing what makes them comfortable,
And they're in their own world.
and it's good. It's good that your friends understand and don't question you about your parenting. Like some people will. Well, why you have to do all this? And you
That's
have to say, stop being so judgmental.
well,
Goodness.
that's what I do here. That's what I do here at my house.
Mm-hmm.
When we have get-togethers here at my house, I tell David, "Here, go ahead and take your food, your plate, your drink. Go ahead and go in your room. Play your video games. Get on your electronics, and just be in there, okay? While we're out there, I know it's too loud. You don't like to be around a lot of people, but you can be in your own room, okay?
Yeah.
But if you need to
Your
use the
own
restroom, you
space.
need something else to drink, you want more food, come and get me or uncle, and we'll get you more food." And
Mm-hmm.
he stays in his own thing. I don't bother him and all that, and he's fine.
In his own world.
Yep.
And Danielle says, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Oh, you were away.
Answering the phone.
He will come out if he is out of snacks. That'll bring us out, right?
Yeah.
Time for some more snacks. My family has learned to step back because I'm so vocal and strongly advocate for him. Everyone is his circle. Yes. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It's great when you have that strong circle, that bond. Mine has his own separate snack closet. Okay. I have to hide snacks from my son because I buy them,
And they're gone.
and I have to hide them. People in their judgment, yes, yes, and you get that, like Danielle says, comments in the groups, outside the groups. It's always going to be that one person or two
Mhm.
that very judgmental. Yes, sometimes he is invited to friends or friends' parties, rarely invited to peers' parties. Honestly, I don't want to go anyway. Me too, Nita. Yeah, I have to hide them. Um, and I like. I think I told this before. My favorite thing is I love Kobe cheese, so I buy it in blocks. And y'all know that stuff can get expensive.
Yes, it does.
If I leave it in the refrigerator in his eyesight, if I
Oh, he
wake up,
eats it.
yes, I wake up the next morning, it's gone. He
Oh,
loves yogurt. So I try to keep yogurt in, instead of cookies and, cakes and stuff, because he loves yogurt. But I have to hide it deep in the refrigerator because if I don't, like if I buy a 6 pack, or the 12 pack of yogurts, he'll
it's
eat them
gone.
all. Yep. And it's a no
Oh
wonder
my
his
God,
stomach don't
DeAndre.
be tore up.
Oh my goodness.
Danielle says when my son was younger, he used to start turning off the lights and pushing people out the door. He wasn't verbal yet, but they got the message like, get out. Oh, Brenda doesn't know not to eat the whole thing. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, I feel you about the cheese. We have my yes, yes. I have to hide my. I have to put it in a bag, put it in another bag, put it in a drawer, and hide it behind. Like if I have the onions and the celery in that drawer, because if I don't, he will sniff it out and it's gone. And don't I dare not put chips. He has a special drawer in the kitchen where I do keep chips and stuff like he could take to school or whatever. But if I keep them all in there,
They're gone.
they're gone, especially on the weekend.
And David's the same way with sandwich cheeses. He has to have grilled cheese sandwiches constantly. And once
Oh,
we
he
find
loves
out,
grilled
it's like,
cheese.
oh man, I'm out of cheese. I better go get some more sandwich cheese to do grilled cheese sandwiches.
Um, I am having a hard time connecting my son with peers that are like him, and he gets irritated with me and his dad. He wants to hang out. Yeah, that's something I wish for uh my baby. I wish he had friends, but like in school, you know, but no one outside of that.
Uh huh. Oh yeah, he has friends in school, but there's no kids around where I live at
Hmm.
all.
Danielle says, I'm feeding the Detroit Lions the Green Bay Packers according to my grocery receipts. Oh, yeah. Each out of house at home. Uh, uh, Me, my son, or are you, is this someone else? I can. Well, my son is 17.
And my son is 12.
Mhm. Lorienda says, one time I hid it and Brandon found it and asked me, why am I keeping secrets? Why, mom?
Keeping secrets from him.
Why? Okay, everybody. This is the last calling. If you have anything you want to share, you just want to come up and say a couple words. If you're doing something awesome for autism, feel free to click on the link and come on up and join us. Um, this is a great opportunity to share, because we're live. Um,
I enjoyed coming up.
have y'all heard of Best Buddies or the Ark? Yes, I've heard of the Ark. Hmm.
I've never heard of the Ark. What is it?
The Ark, what Mr. Charles always talks about, they help uh, with those on the spectrum with different things. They have different programs set up. And there's a main arc, and then there should be an arc in each state. It may be in each state. The arc of Michigan, like would be here.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't heard of Best Buddies. I did an interview to gentlemen for respite care, so hopefully that will work out this time. He needs more social interactions. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, Danielle. For um next summer, for DeAndre, if I get him to work in or anything, have a companion, or and someone he can hang out with. Someone that'll take him, a guy just like could take him out somewhere and get some air and maybe bowling or something. Where is the link? I just put it. Let me try it again. I'm gonna share it again. It should be there. It is. Brandon is in both. Okay. Oh, okay. So you got best buddies. So how's that program working out for you, Lorienda? Hi there. Did I
Hello, how are
say
y'all?
your name right? Is it Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Okay. How are you? Welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
Okay. My son is 21. The reason why I asked how everyone's shout is, Best Buddies is a program. What they do is they pair, um, no, we'll say hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My son, they pair neurodiverse people with, people that are non-neurodiverse, and what they do is it's like a buddy program. And
Okay.
what they do, they take them out. Like say his buddy, they would go bowling, would go out to eat. It's like she would take him out. It's just basically like a little friend. And then at the end of the year, they would have a prom. They covered everything. They dressed in their little tuxes and stuff, and they treated them like royalty. They rolled out a red carpet for them, escorted them, and it was sponsored by the Nashville Predators here. So,
Okay.
you know, they
All
got
right.
to go in the stadium. They took pictures with the Predators and everything. And the ARC, they have a program also. My son just recently finished bowling with them. And what they do is they pair them with people that work in the upper management, and they bowl against them. And so they recently, well, last week they had the championship, and my son was in the championship team. It was four of them, and they got first place, and they gave him trophies, and gave him a banquet. So you can contact the local ARC and see what kind of programs they offer. And I think it was like 100 of them in his program. It's on my page. I posted the pictures and stuff. But you can contact the local ARC or Best Buddies. Both of them are worldwide, and they'll let you know what you can do to pair your child up. They'll pair them with a partner, and to help influence them, get them out of the house and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
So, they have to be. Did you say adult, or they can be?
No,
Oh, okay.
they can start them in middle school, but my son started in high school because I didn't find out about the program until high school. He started in high school, and then
I'm
once they finish high school, they continue. Yeah,
yeah. I'm
and
gonna
then
definitely.
the ARC, have y'all thought about signing them up for Special Olympics?
Yeah. Well, my son does in school. They do it
Okay,
automatically. Special
yeah,
Olympics.
ARC also works with Special Olympics.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I haven't signed my son up yet because by the time he gets home, because we got bowling on Wednesdays and Fridays through our
Mhm.
Special Olympics here in California. But by the
Mhm.
time he gets home, bowling's already over.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. So Danielle wants to know what state you're in, and
I'm in,
Lorienda
I'm
wants to
in
know
Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee.
she's in Tennessee. Okay. Lorienda says, "Oh, you started the buddy program in elementary or the art."
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
My son, I just found out about it when he was in high school.
Well, thank you so much. That is some valuable
Yeah,
information, and I'm definitely going to look into that because my son needs a buddy.
yeah.
My son,
Get him out of the house and get you some freedom.
uh-huh. My Brandon did Special Olympics baseball track. Yeah.
Yeah, my son does track and bowling and basketball.
Yeah, I had signed up Danielle, and thank you so much, Danielle. My son was in the Miracle League and was supposed to do the softball, but I could not get there if between working and so I'm hoping this our next go round he can make it to all of the functions. But I definitely want to get him paired with a buddy so maybe they can do those things with him when I'm busy.
And
But yeah,
also, you can check with like your are y'all around like an NFL team?
the Lions.
Okay, you can check with them. He's bowling with Cortland Finnegan. That's who he's bowling with now. Cortland Finnegan from the
So they
Titans.
have oh,
Yeah,
so
they
they
have a program also. You can check with your local NFL team.
Our NFL team is San Francisco.
I'm not a
Okay.
superwoman. Cynthia says, "What is ARC stand for? Does anyone know what those initials are?"
Uh, if you hadn't asked me, I would have been able to tell you.
I I think that arm was something a long time ago was a bad word if I remember that bad
Mhm.
word, but they
Yeah,
changed it.
yeah,
Yeah, they changed it to something. I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
Yeah, it's showing me
Yeah.
different things. What art for art
yeah.
and
'Cause the only way I could have pulled it up was I put the ARC of Tennessee. So it's like you have to put ARC of America or ARC of your state,
Yeah,
because that's
that's
the only way it would let me pull it up.
ARC of America. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyone? Last call. Anyone else? It's time for us. It's 8 o'clock. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll put the link in here one more time. Anyone want to come up and share anything? If you're doing something awesome, you just want to share some last words. And while we are waiting, Teresa, any last words? Anything you want to share with everybody?
oh
Something
my god,
positive?
I'm just glad I came on here on the video chat, not with everybody, and
Yeah.
take over from help Mr. Charles out.
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
And
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I
Uh
enjoyed it. I love
Charlotte, you want any last words you want to say?
No,
No.
I don't have any last words. Just tell everybody just have a good night.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
everybody. We are at the end. I want to thank each and every one of you. I appreciate you. Same place, same time next Sunday. And Mr. Charles should be back with us. Danielle says, have a great week. Caregivers, please take care of your own mental wellness. Yes, it's okay to go to therapy for you. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for that.
All right.
Uh, Elisa says, have a great night, everyone. Have a great week. Hugs, prayers to you all. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thank you, and I
Bye.
appreciate you all. See you later.
Bye.
it. Good day.